Hi, my name is Sajal. I am a law student by profession, but I decided not to choose law and instead I went for entrepreneurship. I've been working on my business for the last 4 years, and since I started my thing, I think I've learned so many brutal lessons which I learned in a hard way. There were times when the same 6 months I was repeating, there were same problems and issues that I used to face, but with few tools that I personally use, which is like first of all journaling. I write diary a lot. I love writing because I think that's the only way you can comprehend your current situation in the best scenario possible, unless you ask ChatGPT about everything. Yeah, so uh, I have so many diaries. I would love to show. I will attach a B-roll of like the diaries that I've filled up with my day-to-day journaling. I was able to figure out some patterns in my life which almost made me to the point where I decided not to do business anymore. But as it is said that if you have already decided that you want to do something, you do it. And moving forward today, I run a six-figure marketing agency and I've been a successful business. I can say that I am a kind of successful business, but at the end of the day, everything didn't look like this because I learned few hard lessons which I would love to share in this video. Here are some of the hardest lessons that I've learned in my life, which really helped me in my business, growing my business and my personal life as well. First, whenever you face any upward momentum in your life, any single win, any good thing happens to you, always chase it. Like most of the times, what I did with my personal experience, as soon as I got one single client or any other win, or let's say I completed a goal, I used to calm myself down thinking, and I used to say to myself, now you have done really hard, you can take rest and it's completely fine, you don't have to push yourself anymore. But talking yourself to like this might give you comfort in that very moment, but in the long run, it's hurting your growth. And I never realized that the, the kindness that I was showing to myself was never helping me. Instead, it made my growth slow. Like 4 months ago, I was in the point in October where I almost lost everything, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, this is too hard. But luckily, I realized at that point that everything that happened with me was trying to teach me a lesson, and that lesson was whatever happens to you, it's not because of your. I don't believe in karma and shit. I think whatever happens to you, you deserve it at the end of the day. And God was trying to teach me something about my journey, especially the business one. Never kill your upward momentum. Whenever you get a single win in your life, chase it. Chase the second one, chase the third one. Don't stop thinking and don't become complacent thinking that you have achieved whatever you wanted. Now you can sit down. And this is where I fucked up the most. For last 2 years, I used to get a single client, I used to get happy, and then I used to like I never focused on outreach. As soon as I get a single client, I used to divert myself thinking that I now that I have client, I need to deliver him to retain him. But at the end of the day, any client that has come, they will go. And what you need to do is the best that you can do is to get more and more clients instead of just focusing on retaining everything. Like it's not a good advice in a overall market, but this is my personal experience. So recently in October, I almost lost everything, and I was almost to down one client. At that point, I decided that I need to learn from my experience and I need to see where I'm fucking up. I realized that I used to kill my upward momentum. I used to become complacent as soon as I got the client. I used to fuck around. I used to play games and enjoy my life basically. But since October, I've left this habit, and now I've added more than 4 clients, and my business has never been this good. And I am planning on keeping this upward momentum, and nothing can take me down. Second lesson that I've learned: how you treat people plays a big role. Like, sure, you can give them high salary, you can give them all the incentives in the world, but if you can't take care of your team, if you can't see their dreams as yours, if you don't take care of their concerns like it's your, they will leave you one day. And similarly, it is not a one way relationship. If your team members doesn't see you in the same place, you need to leave them. Here's my third advice. Whatever you are doing in your life, whatever you are selling, whatever you want to pitch, do it for rich people. I said it. It's hard to listen, and you might take this personally, but always sell to rich people. I give this example to my team members all the time. See, there are two types of people in life. One is selling tea, chai at a tapri for 10, 15 or 20 or even 50 rupees max. But that same chai is being sold at 13,000 feet on ice in Kashmir for 150, and that same tea is being sold for 1500 in Taj, like the Taj hotel, like the 5-star premium hotels. So what changes? It's not like, yeah, the environment makes a lot of sense, but at the end of the day, whoever is buying the price that you're setting for your product is a rich person, and nobody wants to work too much and earn too less. Everyone wants the opposite. So for to achieve that, you gotta sell to rich people. It's hard, it's brutally hard, but it's all worth it once you land one client or once you crack one deal with a rich person, because working with a single person who is rich enough, who has paid you full, will give you so much room to grow, to experiment and to invest. Here's my final lesson for any founder who is hiring. There are actually two more lessons in this, which is like, first, never stop hiring. Always have good talent in your team. Second, never trust words. I have had team members who almost hypnotized me, I'll say, with their good words. They were so good at their wordplay that I never realized that they are just slacking, they are trying to eat off everyone's energy, and they are just wasting the resources. Until one day, a new other team member who was actually good called me out for supporting him. And that made me realize that yes, this new person is telling everything right and he's so right about it. But this made me exposed to my other part, that as a founder you want to be respected, but if your good team members are not respecting you versus your bad team members are pleasing you too much, you might fall into the trap of thinking that this new person who is treating you well is a good person. In reality, you should just measure their KPIs. And this is like the last advice, but I know it's so oversaturated, but I'll still say it nevertheless. Hire fast and fire faster, because when your business will grow, you have no idea, but you should always have good talent, which is, I'm circling back to the same point. But the most important part is firing. Yes, it sucks to fire people. Yes, it sucks that you have to do the same process again and again. Yes, it's hard, and no one told us that it's going to be easy. Those are the lessons that I've learned being a founder of a 6-figure marketing agency in the last 3 years.